Another episode of a 304 running against a brick wall 1,000 miles per hour. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Let's hear. Let's look at the caption first before we watch the video. I haven't watched the video yet, but I saved it because she was talking about something about friend zone or being a friend or something, basically something about dealing with a male best friend. But let's see what we have here. Her caption says, "I'm so over it." It's totally different if someone's looking to date and you're not what they're looking for versus going into a friendship with hopes of romance down the line and then ghosting when it's clearly not a possibility. Okay, let's take a listen because I already have a feeling I already know what I'm gonna hear. Let's just take a listen.
I need a name for the opposite of being friend zoned because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any phase of a relationship.
Shoot your shot, King. Shoot your shot.
Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect and not as a person. If you have a name suggestion for this awful experience, put them down below. Feel free to share your experiences because I would love to have just a bonding moment with people who have also gone through this. I need a name.
Well, I try to tell hoes that men are not really looking for female friends like that. First of all, there's really no upside for a man to have a female friend. There really isn't. And here's another thing before I go into this, because I'm getting tired of these hoes. They be under 18 years old trying to lecture me on this shit. They always be college age or younger trying to lecture me on this shit. Homie, I done heard so many girls since middle school, high school, college, work life, they will literally tell me, I hate having female friends. This is why I'd rather just be alone, or I'd rather have male friends, which is a red flag too in of itself. But I've heard many men have heard this from women. Now, there are women out there that hate being friends with females, but you want me to have a female friend. I'm missing out, apparently. I'm missing out. Like that whole female friendship stuff, like that, especially after a certain age, that needs to be like, nah. And people, I'll say this, people did try to warn me in middle school. I did not listen. And like I said, it took me only until 18 or 18 or 19 years old for me to realize there's really, what's the point of having a female friend? What's the point? I've already told this story before, so let me not rehash that. But you know what's interesting? It'll be a girl that you know. I'm talking about in my experience. And you actually want the best for her. But you don't want to, like, you'll be her you'll be a casual friend, not like friend. You'll be that'll be a casual talking buddy of yours, right? But it's not, you're not tripping over her. You don't have feelings for her like that. Not saying that if she offered a smash you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But because we're men, we know how men think. This is how men think, right? But she'll offer and you'll turn her down, and all of a sudden there's something wrong with you. This happened to me. So I've said this many of times. I've said this many of times before. This has happened to me. Then you'll be like, nah. And then all of a sudden, apparently there's something wrong with me for not wanting to be with you after I thought we were friends. But you know, that's a whole, they'll stop talking to you. So it's interesting. Her talk about, oh, I was bonding. Just to let you know, I know, girl, look, I know, let me speak to this girl here. I know, because you think you have highlights, you have tattoos, you think you're edgy, you think you're clever. Most ladies are not that interesting. Most. And mind you, I come from I'm in an industry where it's man and woman. And it's not about being whether you're black, white, man, woman. It's about your talent. I'm talking about the music industry. It's not, trust me, it's not even about, oh, she's a woman, she ain't gonna be able to do that. Dude, it's about your talent. And a lot of you hoes out here, you guys literally, you bring nothing. But because you are a woman, and man will still scout you out because you are a woman. You will get a shot to be in a man's presence for longer than need be. So this is what a lot of women do not understand. And I'll say this. I know women that they don't have male friends themselves because they understand the dynamics of that. So I don't even shame women when they say, oh, let's keep it real. Like a lot of dudes, they're not really trying to be my friend. I can respect that because it's a consistent thing. But 304's really thing is like, it should be, there's supposed to be nothing there. The reason why man and woman can't be friends is somebody's going to catch feelings first. Somebody is, whether it be the man or the woman, somebody's going to catch feelings first. And it's clear to me, in my opinion with her, she's tight because she cannot steal the energy of these men that be around her anymore. This is my opinion. Because really, a real one will tell you, hey, look, I know you like me, but we can't, I only see you as a friend. Let me set you up with a girl. Or let me put a good word out for you because you were friendly to me. You've always been respectful of my boundaries. Let me hook you up. Let me help you find somebody for you. And if he doesn't take it from there, then you've done everything that you can do. But let's be honest, most girls are not doing that. Most girls are not going to do that because they know you're very useful. I have seen women literally make posts saying, because they'll literally say, I love having male friends. I don't have to pay for nothing. And I'll just be like, well, I already had a suspicion on that end, but guys will see that and still think. But the reason why this girl is mad, she's not even mad that they were interested. She's mad that she can't use them for their energy anymore. Let's replay the video.
For the opposite of being friend zoned, because I am so exhausted of having this experience where I think I've made a genuine guy friend. We're laughing, we're having a good time, we're bonding over mutual interests. It just feels very wholesome and fun. And then they say something suggestive, and then I have to either A, not reciprocate, or B, set a boundary, and then they just stop talking to me. And this can happen in any
But okay, so if you didn't want nothing suggestive talking to you and you set your boundary or you said, nah, I ain't feeling like that, and they stopped talking to you, what's the problem? What's the problem of them stop talking to you? They was like, oh, maybe I misread the situation. Maybe I went too far. Okay, I'm gonna back off. What's her problem? What is this hoe's problem? It's always, oh, he either he pursued too hard or he pursued too little. So what's your problem? What's your problem? If they're leaving you alone, you got what you wanted. Oh, this is so frustrating. Nah, it's frustrating because you can't use that man for his energy. You're an energy vampire. That's what you are. I can tell by the tattoos and the I'm about to do a profile check on her real quick. Wait, hold up for a second. Let me make sure. Am I still on? I gotta make sure I'm still on. Because this has happened from, oh, okay, good. But like, she is an energy vampire. That's what she is. I don't, if they're everybody has a season, right? You're not gonna be friends with everybody in your life. Some people you're gonna talk to for a little bit, then move on. Especially when you're dealing with girls. Girls have like different friends every single other 2 months. Like especially like when you're dealing with a younger lady, they cycle out friends like a goddamn recycling bin. So it's. But listen to what she says. She says they'll basically stop approaching when you set a boundary. So you set a boundary. Shouldn't you be praising yourself for setting the boundary and them not overstepping the boundary after you set the boundary? So why are you mad? And it's like, oh, this is so dehumanizing. I don't know. That's another thing I've been seeing where basically because men naturally want to be intimate with women. Apparently wanting to be intimate with a woman makes her less of a human, which makes absolutely no sense to me. First of all, that's ultimate projection because they already did the studies. I don't know if I can show that, but that could be for another show where basically they did a study where they studied the female's brain where most of the dudes that they don't even register on their radar. Basically, they don't even register as human on their radar if they're not attractive or they're not standing out for anything. They don't have no status. Basically, women just look at everybody else as just side characters and it's just them. That's basically what that study revealed. Is just they're the main character in their own story. Always. Now, that's why it's ironic when I'll hear a woman say, "Oh, he's seeing me as less of a human. He just wanted to smash me." Well, men want to naturally be intimate with women. That's one of the main things that makes us men, our testosterone, right? I don't know how that makes you less of a human. At least you had the chance to be around. And clearly you offer nothing of value or service. There are plenty of women that I know that I can call. Hey, can you help me with this? I want you to work on that. Can you collab with me on this? There are plenty of women I can call on that because they offer a service. In 2024, that whole ish on the table in this, guys, in 2024, ladies, you must have some kind of a skill, a trade, something of, you have to offer something of service in 2024. This is not the 90s or the early 2000s where you can just show up. You have to offer something of service. And now there's just too many reindeer games like this girl right here she's playing, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Phase of a relationship. Either you've just met or you've known each other for a little bit. And it's so dehumanizing because it's very clear then that I was only seen as a romantic or sexual prospect.
How does that make you less human? That makes absolutely no sense. What if one of those guys wanted a serious relationship? Now, the difference between the men in the past or the men now, like the men now, if you say no to the average man, he's going to just back off. He's going to, he'll block you. He'll just back off because he doesn't want he's going to say it. He's not going to text it because like guys are getting, they're not texting this stuff because they'll text how they feel. This happened to me. They'll text how they feel that everybody in the world knows. So now what they'll do, they'll put it out there. If they're interested in you, right? They'll put it out. They'll put something in there. And if you say, hey, no. Oh, okay. They'll play the game back and they'll just back off. That's basically the new strategy for men because there ain't no more talking over the phone, telling you how you feel, texting you how you feel via Snapchat or text and being persistent and trying to. Men are not doing that no more, though. Now, technically, that's what hoes been asking for. You know what I mean? And men will be like, okay, the risk assessment. There's really no point in being around you, anyways, because you really have nothing to offer. I'm looking at you. You better know how to play an instrument or something. you better know how to sing or something, because I'm looking at her and I can already tell low key she offers nothing. And no, just because you have a degree, that does not mean you offer anything. The degree better be like, you better be a lawyer, doctor. I'm sounding like her Asian parents right now. You better be lawyer, doctor, one of these things of something for you to be like, oh, this is what I bring. Talking about a degree, man. Man, nobody care about your degree of museum studies, man. Ain't nobody care about that. Anyway, man. Oh, here we go. Here's a girl here. He said, it's illegal to pursue someone now. She goes, that's not what we are talking about. These dudes usually act like they have no interest in you. They try to be. I'm trying to do the girl voice. They try to be your BFF. You think you made a platonic connection. Then one day suddenly they look at you with, can I tell you something? Or when you ask about their love life, they'll say, I have a crush on someone you know very well. And suddenly, boom, their attitude changes. Oh, my God. Y'all act like these dudes are overstepping their bound. Like, it's like they're complaining about nothing, in my opinion. But I already told you, like, really, there's no point in having female friends. But men will tolerate women longer to play the long game, right? Or just in case in a man's mind. Just in case. Y'all remember that from the 5 Heartbeats? No, stop. That's a cold ass movie right there. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. But how's that the issue? But here's the thing. No. Here's the problem here. Okay, so here's the comment here. This is by Normie, so I'm not going to rip the person right here. So right here, she says, there's no issue in confessing feelings. The problem is when a person doesn't reciprocate and you then lose all interest in them after. It's conditional friendship, which often makes a person feel used. But if he still stayed in your presence, what would you do then? Because really, most of the time, if the guy tells the girl the feelings and he still stays around her, she's going to use that man. I'm just this is what usually happens, and there's not gonna be no police for that. People are gonna make fun of that guy for being used because you're gonna be bragging about how this guy is willing to do everything for me. There's literally TikToks of these stupid 304s doing their little dancing, whatever boogie oogie oogie they're doing, and the caption will say, "Every girl knows a guy that would literally do anything for him." They said every girl, so you're using that guy, so. He has to stay around you. Now, mind you, you're saying he's overstepping his bounds. You set the boundary, right? Right? So he walks away. What's the matter then? What's the problem? Let him pursue somebody else. No, you are an energy vampire. First of all, you look like a vampire. Second of all, let me be nice. You are an energy vampire, and you're not entitled to that man's presence. That man can do whatever the hell he wants. As long as he's not violating you. He didn't violate you. You set a boundary. He said, okay, let me chase something else. And there's a problem. What kind of hoe are you, dog? This is crazy. The hoes I grew up with was not this evil. I promise you. Like, I'll tell guys like this. If you guys don't talk to girls in real life, I'll promise you this. There are girls in real life that will not be that are not like this. There are girls. I know I'm sounding like one of those simps right now, but there are girls in real life that are not like this girl. Like, they will set you up. They will try to help you find some hoes out here. But this stuff that they're trying to introduce to the mainstream, that attitude, basically, where she feels entitled to a man's presence because she's an energy vampire. Oh man. And let's keep it real. She's not telling everything. I can tell that she got used a couple times, meaning this, where she finally gave it up to one of the guys that she was talking with, and he ghosted on her after he got what he needed, and she's probably tight about that too. So, that's a whole nother thing. Let's check out her profile. Because hoes like this be getting me tight. It's not really the outward skeezers that really the outward. If you like I said, the sluts or the normies, they don't really. Especially the sluts, they don't like I always say, there's a difference between a slut and a hoe. There's a difference. Slut, Tiana Trump. I got no problem with Tiana Trump. What she is what she is. She's put it out there. Hoe, Brittany Renner. Oh man. So right here, this is first of all, I already know she's a hoe because I'm looking at the profile, and then on top, first of all, the pronoun, and then you found my digital diary, self-connection, musings, advice, slice of life. So she a life coach now too. And then right here, the Black Lesbians Matter thing in her profile. So you already know what time she's on. Oh man. Yeah, this is a hoe. This is what people don't understand. This is a hoe. Now, the average man will be impressed. Particularly, don't she has a don't tell me this is her dude right here. Let me see this. Is this her dude? Let me check this out right here. Because only a pure simp would tolerate somebody like this. I had so much fun with you, love. Thank you for inviting us. It was that's just he's part of the Fruit Booty Brigade. Never mind. That ninja is part of the Chili Dog. Never mind. Let me not get graphic. Oh man, how can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. Anyway, I gotta get that Speed soundbite. You ever seen that Speed soundbite when he said the lyric backwards? He said, "How can I be gay? My bitch is homophobic." And he said that with a straight face. That was hilarious.